Breaking news, Liverpool have had a bid rejected by Newcastle United for Alexander Isak. That is the news that is just coming out to us right here. It was David Ornstein who 4 minutes ago tweeted, exclusive, Newcastle reject the official bid from Liverpool for Alexander Isak. The initial approach informal, but now it's firm. The LFC offer and it's been turned down. Newcastle suggested a new deal with a 2026 release clause, plus senior teammates pushed the 25-year-old to stay, but he wants the move. That was recently just followed up by Fabrizio Romano, who said, Liverpool have opened official talks with Newcastle for Alexander Isak as the opening bid has been sent. Newcastle have rejected this as per the Athletics reports, but the player has made clear his desire to join Liverpool. No talks over a new deal so far. LFC plan to bid again, and they insist that this bid will come again soon. The interesting thing about this news is that no official number has been quoted. We talk about an opening bid. We talk about official contact being made after the initial informal contact was made. But the interesting thing is not either David Ornstein or Fabrizio Romano have confirmed the fee that is involved in this one. So the initial approach has now it was informal, but now it's been confirmed that it's been a firm offer officially, and that has now been turned down. What is that number? What is that opening bid at? Obviously, it's been rejected instantly by Newcastle. And Liverpool plan to bid and go again as soon as possible. So if you're in your WhatsApp groups right now, what are they saying? Is this a good sign for Liverpool? Have they started the bidding war that's about to take place? Let me know in the chat. But it seems to be picking up pace now, right? This is officially now on. This bid is on. The interest is on. The formal contact has now been made, and everything seems like this has now been given almost the green light to start the proceedings. Whether Newcastle accept or reject it, it's now started, whether they like it or not. This was the day that Liverpool have been hoping for. And this just coming into us, Liverpool had previously made an informal approach to the Premier League rivals and expressed an interest in doing a deal in the region of £120 million, and the Anfield club have now seen an official bid rebuffed, but we don't know what that is. I mean, if you're going on what these reports say, knowing that the informal interest was quoted at around about the region of £120 million, you would assume, you shouldn't assume in life, but you would assume that the bid is around about £120 million, you would think, right? Based on what we know in the past. But just scrolling through my Liverpool chats right now, here's one. It says, no one expected Newcastle to accept the first offer for Isak after all the things they have now subsequently said about him. So the Isak bid has now been rejected. But surely that means that Liverpool will now go in again and again and again until they get their man. Newcastle, as we know, have tried, and the senior players in the club have tried, the club and the players have both tried now to persuade him to stay and offer him that new deal with that 2026 release clause, knowing that his head has been turned and he would like to leave the club. And maybe that release clause does come into play. If he does sign it, he would be available for a transfer next summer. But no, he doesn't want that, and Liverpool don't want it now. They want their man right now. And Isak, it seems, after going AWOL and training with Real Sociedad, it seems like now that the bidding war, the official start of this, official, I keep saying the word official. Before this, it was unofficial, right? It was, we might bid 120 million for him. Let us know what he thinks and tell him that we want him. But now, as we sit here on August the 1st, you know, a couple of weeks away from the start of the Premier League season. In fact, it's 2 weeks today, isn't it, until Liverpool play Bournemouth at home. But now it's officially been lodged. The first bid has now been lodged. Interesting to see that both Fabrizio and David Ornstein both haven't reported the official figure. But we can assume, we can guess, right? But for me, having now seen this news, we know now that things will start moving quickly. And we've just got another package in here from Fabrizio Romano, who says the Liverpool opening bid for Alexander Isak was worth 120 million plus add-ons. Newcastle rejected as they won't open the doors, at least until finding a replacement. It's not guaranteed at this stage. Isak insists with Newcastle on his clear desire to join Liverpool. That was Fabrizio Romano in the last 30 seconds, guys. So that's the most up-to-date piece there. Again, we're trying to find some more bits and bobs on this in terms of an official fee. But according to Fabrizio Romano, it looks to be 120 million plus add-ons. Wow, this looks like it's exploded all of a sudden here, as Newcastle have rejected that official bid for Alexander Isak from Liverpool. Now, if you're watching this and you're thinking, well, we definitely still do get our man, Liverpool will always, in this situation, be the winners. They want the player wants them. We know that. But how long will this process take now between him actually, agreeing the deal and agreeing the personal terms, which we've heard of already happened? We've reported on the Kop TV a couple of days ago that actually he's already agreed a 5-year contract with a year extension on that up until 2031. We did hear that, but now it's time for the official bid to go in. And if you're Alexander Isak right now and you're watching this news flying in, how do you feel? Would you be happy that this official bid has now come in? Would you be talking to Newcastle to say, look, accept the deal? If you're Newcastle, you've instantly rebuffed it. You're saying it's no. We also heard last night that Liverpool were planning to do 60 million up front and then 60 million in a year. So it's a 120 million package we've heard, plus the add-ons. But how is that deal made up? And if you're Liverpool, you want the player as soon as possible. You're not really caring, to be honest, about Newcastle finding a replacement. Now this one could get a little bit messy. We know Alexander Isak has gone on the run almost and gone to Sociedad to, almost extend his training, do some solo training as well. But this is the official bid. This has now started. This is not a drill. Alexander Isak, the first official bid, has now gone in. So in terms of a timeline here, how long do you think at home that this one could take to get over the line? Let's not forget what a day it is for Liverpool. It's now the first day since 2012 that Liverpool have now gone back with Adidas. We'll have a kit review video for you very soon on the channel. And it seems like everyone who's been buying them kits this morning have raised enough funds to actually put this bid in. Obviously, it doesn't work like that. I'm only joking. But he won't stay at Newcastle now, surely. I don't think, with what he's obviously said to the club, with his actions speak louder than words, he's left Newcastle and he's gone to Spain to almost clear his head, get away from the noise. He's made it very clear, according to Fabrizio Romano, that his desire is to join Liverpool and leave Newcastle. I cannot see him staying at Newcastle now, and I know super early on in the transfer window I said there was maybe a 10% chance of him coming to Liverpool. That has now got to be at least a 75% chance that he will come to Liverpool. Will he force through the move? Will Newcastle want to accept it knowing that they haven't got a replacement? Or will Newcastle fans actually want him to even stay now? Now he's made his actions very clear. He's left the city and he's gone to Sociedad to almost distract himself from all of this news. But Liverpool fans, how do you feel about this one? It has started. Like I said, it is not a drill. And the official bid has now gone in, and we believe it to be £120 million package plus add-ons. This has now been confirmed by Fabrizio Romano and David Ornstein. Massive news, this. How do you react to it? I don't know. This is, another statement of intent for Liverpool. And let's see how this one ends, because right now it looks like Alexander Isak wants Liverpool, and it definitely now looks like officially that Liverpool want Alexander Isak. How long does it take, and what fee will they agree on? But they've tested the waters here. The first splash has been made, and what will the pebble, the dash effect after this, the ripple effect after this be now? And will Liverpool go straight back in with another deal, another offer, another package for them to consider? But that's your breaking news here on the Kop TV. Liverpool have officially made their first bid for Alexander Isak. Let us know how you believe this one ends in the comments. Get your likes in, get your comments in, and we'll see you on the show very, very soon. Take care.